So the verdict came in today, man. Tory Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, has been found guilty of all charges and is facing up to 22 years in prison. I just wanted to come in here and touch on this case, this whole thing, because it's been a lot of talk going on, a lot of biased platforms, you could say. And it was clear as day who was biased. You know, some people who felt like Meg was lying. Some people felt like Tory did it, and it was clear, man. But some of us, we were like, we'll wait till the facts come out. The facts came out, and the facts were still a little shaky. But I mean, you could put two and two together and kind of figure out what the hell happened. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't as crazy as people made it seem. I think the things people were arguing were not like the most important thing. They were kind of important, but I felt like it wasn't. It was a hard case, but it wasn't as hard as people made it seem. And we're gonna get down to that. So it was two people. It was Meg, Kelsey, and Tory, main people involved in this little thing. We know it was bigger than. It was more people there, things that happened, all that shit that went on, right? And this is what we're gonna talk about: the 5 things or more that we should learn from situations like this. Actually, let's touch on that first. 1. Avoid being in a place where people are drinking too much, because small decisions won't be made in those circumstances. As you can see how this shit played out. You know what I mean? That's one thing we can learn from that. The second thing is, avoid smashing friends. Best friends, I don't care what it is, man. That's just not a smart move from a man. Like, we could talk about what Tory did or he didn't do later, but it's a lot of dumb shit he did that now you gotta pay for it. Regardless, like, I know people gonna cry about the conviction not being fair and all that, but bro, the jury came and said he's guilty. He could appeal it, but for now we're gonna roll with what we're rolling with. He got found guilty. He gotta eat that. You know what I mean? Based on his bad decision making. You know what I'm saying? That's just one thing I wanna touch on here, man. From all parties involved, it was bad decision making. You know what I mean? Of course, we could say. Then another thing. Again, this where the case get a little crazy. Like, who pulled out the gun? Who did what? Okay, one thing we know: Kelsey and Tory fired a gun. This situation didn't need a gun to be fired, bro. It's 2 women going at it with 1 small man. A gun getting pulled out, you know what I mean? The gun residue was on both Kelsey and Tory. So even if Kelsey could have shot, Tory shot, they all, still, a gun shouldn't be pulled out in this situation. Bad decisions again. That's how we end up in this situation. Another thing, avoid going on social media right when shit like this happens. Because Tory basically said under Instagram post, Kelsey didn't do it. Bro, it's only 2 of y'all. It's either her or you, bro. You saying she didn't do it, you were clearly the main suspect. And I think what people were trying to say, and I think Tory's old thing was, I might have shot your direction, but I didn't shoot you. I think those the games people are playing. Like, nah, he didn't shoot her. He shot whatever, but bro, you shot this gun. You shot this gun, bro. Or like that's how I thought. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Tory was gonna beat this, but I still think he did it. That was my mindset. I was like, nah, Tory. However, I'm like, Tory shot the gun. I wasn't sure if he shot at her, But I'm like, nah, he shot the gun, but this case had too many, it was too many funny holes that I was like, okay, he might walk, but apparently he didn't. So anyway, we was at number 4. Avoid talking on social media before things get going. And the last thing I got is all the people who had this biased information. Sometimes y'all gotta wait, man, because y'all looking real crazy right now. Like, we got the lawyer of New York. I mean, and I know academics change his stance a little bit, but I mean, his bias stood out, of course, clear as day. Then we got the Milagro girl. I mean, she's funny. I like how she was breaking things down, but again, clearly super biased. She made it seem like the defense was dog walking the prosecutors. Clearly not. You know what I mean? So this whole situation, it just comes down to people being drunk and making bad decisions. And we see this a lot. You know what I mean? It looks like Tory's career is basically over. You know, he had a decent career, but unless the appeal goes a different way, I don't know, man. But then you got people like Melly, who was signed to Tory, jumping out there. I think her career is definitely over. You know what I mean? After that type of conviction, is you a woman and you jump out there and say this, like, you gotta be smart from a PR. If you want to be in the industry, you gotta play this industry games. You know that's something you can't come out and say, like what she just said on Instagram, saying that Tory got a unfair verdict. Even if you feel that way, for the sake of your career, you gotta eat that and keep that private. Because coming out publicly, I promise you, it does nothing for you. You know what I mean? But hey, some people, they want to speak their truth to the internet, but the internet don't care. You know what I mean? But other people in the industry gonna say this, and I don't think her career gonna go how she think, you know, it was supposed to go. But this is just a lesson, man. You got to do your best to avoid these dumb situations, man. And I think this case going to divide people, you know, especially within the black community, women or men. It's going to be a lot going on. I'm curious to see what's going to happen moving forward, who's going to apologize, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people say Meg is owed an apology. Some people definitely owe her an apology. But again, it not being clear, because again, if he will be found not guilty, it still does. It wouldn't have meant that he didn't shoot her. It's just not guilty. Is like, what, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have like a clear. It wasn't clear as day. And now that he's guilty, some people gonna say, yeah, that don't mean he did it. So this shit is messy, man. Like, I don't know if we're gonna ever know what really happened. But yeah, man, interesting case. An interesting day, man. I was out shopping all day for Christmas, came back. Oh, well, when I was out shopping, heard the news that the verdict was in. He was found guilty. I was like, oh, man, that's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. But, hey, it is what it is. I mean, shit. Prayers to all parties involved. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you know, that's a lot of time he got. You know what I mean? For a dumb decision. You know, it's like, bro, that's a lot, man. You threw your whole career off because of that. Because of some boxing. Oh, bro. Sad. This is a sad, like, damn. This is a sad story, but you know, I think he's like 20-something. 30, man, you know, you still got life to live, but I don't know how that's going to be for him, man. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. It's your boy K-Dub. Y'all stay tuned, and I'm going to holla at y'all. Peace.